Have you ever stared at a blank page, waiting for the right words, or wanted to start something new, like a habit or a project, but felt like it had to be perfect first? If this sounds like you, you're not alone. Every day, people stop themselves from starting because they're chasing perfection. Today, we're going to talk about a simple idea that can change how you live. Progress over perfection. This means taking small steps forward is more important than doing everything perfectly. Perfection isn't real, it's just an excuse to not start. In a world full of perfect-looking lives on social media, it's easy to feel like you're not good enough. But those perfect posts hide the messy truth, the hard work, the mistakes, and the small steps. That's where real growth happens. This matters now because so many of us feel stuck or stressed, thinking, if we can't do something perfectly, it's not worth doing. But that's wrong. Every small step counts. Writing one sentence, walking for 10 minutes, or just showing up when it's tough, all of these move you closer to your goals. In this video, we'll explain what progress over perfection means, why perfectionism holds you back, and how to start thinking differently. Whether you're a student, a worker, a parent, or just trying to grow, this is for you. Let's see how choosing progress can help you live a happier, more successful life. What does progress over perfection mean? Progress over perfection is about taking small steps, even if they're messy, instead of waiting to get everything just right. It's about valuing effort and learning over perfect results. It's about being okay with being human. Perfection means everything has to be flawless before you start or share it. But that's not realistic. It's a trap that stops you. Progress, though, is about moving forward, even a little bit. It says, I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm trying, and that's enough. For example, imagine someone who wants to exercise. A perfectionist might wait for the perfect gym clothes, plan, or mood before starting. Weeks pass, and they haven't moved. But someone focused on progress just puts on shoes and walks for 10 minutes. It's not perfect, but it's a start. Or think about writing an essay. A perfectionist might keep erasing sentences, scared they're not good enough. A progress-focused person just writes. The first draft isn't great, but it's something to improve. That's how you build momentum. This works for anything: eating better, starting a business, or learning a skill. Waiting for the perfect moment means you might never start. Progress says, start now, even if it's messy. It's not about rushing or being the best. It's about showing up day after day. Some days you'll do a lot. Other days, just a little. That's fine. What matters is you keep going. Think of building a house. Perfection wants every brick to be perfect before you start. Progress says, lay one brick today, another tomorrow. Over time, the house gets built, one imperfect brick at a time. Choosing progress is a mindset. It's saying, done is better than perfect. It's showing up instead of giving up. When you think this way, you give yourself room to grow, learn, and actually finish things without fear holding you back. So, whether you're starting something new or keeping up with a goal, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep moving. Why do people struggle with perfectionism? Perfectionism isn't just about wanting to do well. It's deeper. It's often about fear, pressure, or comparing yourself to others. Perfectionism can feel like a need to succeed, but it's really fear in disguise. Fear of failing, fear of being judged, or fear of not being enough. For some, it starts young. Maybe you were only praised for perfect grades or big wins. Mistakes might have felt like failures. Over time, you learn to avoid mistakes at all costs, so you stop trying unless you're sure it'll be perfect. Pressure also plays a big role. School, work, or family can make you feel like you need to have it all together. When you feel like you're not measuring up, perfectionism steps in. You think, if I can do this perfectly, I'll be okay. Then there's social media. We see perfect bodies, jobs, and lives online, and we compare them to our real, messy lives. It makes us feel like we're not enough. That's when perfectionism grows, trying to close the gap between where we are and where we think we should be. Here's an example. I once wanted to start a fun project. I had the idea and tools, but I kept waiting. Why? I wanted it to be perfect from the start. I spent weeks planning and researching, but never started. I wasn't lazy. I was scared it wouldn't be good enough. Or think about posting online. Maybe you take tons of photos but never share them because the lighting's off or you're worried no one will like them. That fear of not being perfect stops you. Perfectionism is tiring. It makes you feel like your worth depends on being flawless. But no one's perfect. Not even the people who seem to have it all together. They're dealing with the same doubts, just out of sight. Perfectionism can stop your dreams, ideas, or talents from coming to life, not because they're bad, but because you think they need to be perfect. That's the problem. The good news? You can let go of perfection and focus on progress instead. People don't remember you for being perfect. They remember you for trying, growing, and being real. That's your real strength. Why is perfectionism a problem? Perfectionism might seem like a good thing. Who doesn't want to do their best? But it often stops you from succeeding. Here's why. First, it keeps you from starting. You have a goal or idea, but instead of taking a step, you wait. You plan, overthink, and tell yourself you're getting ready. Really, you're scared it won't be perfect. So days turn into weeks, and sometimes you never begin. People say, I'll start when I have more time. But that's often perfectionism talking. There's no perfect time to start. You learn by doing. Perfectionism also causes procrastination. When you feel pressure to be perfect, tasks feel heavy. So, you avoid them. You scroll your phone or do other things instead of what you need to do. That's not laziness. It's fear. Over time, this pressure can burn you out. You spend hours fixing tiny details, redoing things, and never feeling satisfied. Even when you finish, you're exhausted and unhappy because perfection is impossible. Here's something else. Perfectionism blocks growth. Growth comes from trying, making mistakes, and learning. When you demand perfection, you don't leave room to improve. You think you have to get it right the first time, which isn't realistic. Think of a kid learning to walk. They fall a lot, but they don't stop. They don't feel bad. They keep trying. As adults, we forget this. We think mistakes mean we're failing, but mistakes teach us the most. Perfectionism leads to missed opportunities. Jobs, projects, or relationships don't happen because people wait to feel ready or good enough. The most successful people aren't perfect. They keep going despite mistakes. They try, fail, learn, and show up again. That's progress. If you're stuck, procrastinating, or tired from trying to be perfect, ask yourself, what if it didn't have to be perfect? What if it just had to be done? Letting go of perfection doesn't mean lowering your standards. It means focusing on getting better, step by step. That's where real change starts. Why progress matters more. Now that we know perfectionism's traps, let's talk about why progress is better. It leads to growth, results, and confidence. First, progress builds confidence. You don't get confident by thinking about doing something perfectly, you get it by doing it. Every small step shows you're capable. You start to trust yourself. You think, if I did this, I can do more. Confidence comes from small, repeated efforts, not big, perfect moments. Progress is also sustainable. Perfectionism wants everything now. But progress knows change takes time. It lets you take small steps, rest, and grow as you go. Small steps add up. Think about habits. You don't change your life in one day. It starts with tiny things. Drinking more water, reading one page, or walking for 5 minutes. Alone, they seem small, but over time they create big change. That's the power of progress. For example, someone wants to write a book. A perfectionist might spend months rewriting the first chapter, feeling stuck. A progress-focused person writes a little every day, even if it's not great. In a few months, they have a draft, not perfect, but done. They can improve it from there, or think about learning guitar. You don't play perfectly at first. Your fingers hurt and you mess up, but you practice, and slowly you get better. One day you play a song. That's progress. Progress focuses on learning, not just winning. When you choose progress, you're open to feedback. Mistakes don't crush you. They teach you. Every try helps you grow. Consistency is key. You don't need to be perfect. Just keep showing up. One workout doesn't make you fit, but doing it regularly does. Consistency beats perfection every time. If you feel like your efforts are too small, remember, no step is wasted. Every try, every lesson counts. Progress isn't just about reaching goals, it's about becoming someone who doesn't quit. Someone who grows through the journey, with all its ups and downs. That's more rewarding than perfection could ever be. How to shift your mindset. Changing from perfectionism to progress isn't easy, especially if you've spent years chasing perfection. But you don't have to change all at once. It's about small steps. Start by letting go of all or nothing thinking. This is when you think, if I can't do it perfectly, I shouldn't do it. That's a lie. Every effort counts. If you can't work out for an hour, do 10 minutes. If you can't write a whole chapter, write one sentence. These small steps keep you moving and build momentum. Focus on showing up, not being perfect. Show up for yourself every day, even if it's messy. Even if you don't feel like it. Showing up builds discipline and trust in yourself. You start to believe, I'm not perfect, but I keep going, and that matters. Celebrate small wins. Perfectionism ignores anything that's not a big success. But progress says, look how far you've come. Wrote a paragraph? Win. Exercised when you were tired? Win. Spoke up even though you were nervous? Big win. These moments build confidence. You don't have to wait for huge achievements to feel proud. Celebrating small steps keeps you motivated. Finally, be patient and kind to yourself. Changing your mindset takes time. Some days, perfectionism will creep back in. You'll compare or judge yourself. That's okay. Notice it, pause, and remind yourself, I don't need to be perfect. I just need to keep going. Growth isn't a straight line. There will be ups, downs, and setbacks. But if you keep showing up with kindness, you'll move forward. The most important relationship is with yourself. When you treat yourself with kindness and patience, everything changes. Not because you're perfect, but because you chose progress. That choice makes all the difference. Tips to practice progress over perfection. Shifting to progress isn't just about thinking differently. It's about what you do every day. Here are simple ways to live this mindset. Set realistic goals. Big or vague goals make perfectionism worse. Instead of, I want to get fit, say, I'll walk 15 minutes a day. Instead of, I'll finish this project, say, I'll do one part today. Small, clear goals make starting easier. Break tasks into small steps. Big tasks can feel overwhelming, so split them up. If you're starting a project, don't plan everything at once. Brainstorm today. Outline tomorrow. Work a little the next day. Small steps make it easier to start and keep going. Keep a progress journal. Write down one thing you did each day to move forward. Maybe you made a call, took a break, or just showed up. Over time, you'll see how much you've done, even if it felt small. Find supportive people. Perfectionism grows in critical or competitive places. Surround yourself with people who value effort and growth. Friends or communities who cheer your tries, not just your wins. Make it easier to keep going. Be kind to yourself. Some days, things won't go as planned. You'll mess up or feel off. Don't beat yourself up. Talk to yourself like a friend. It's okay. I'm learning. Being kind helps you keep moving forward. Practicing progress is about small actions every day. One step, one kind thought, one effort at a time. Over time, these add up to big change. You don't need to be ready or perfect. Just begin. Let's wrap up with the big idea. Progress beats perfection. Perfection is a trap that keeps you stuck in fear and doubt. But when you let go of perfect, you make room for real change. Progress is about showing up, even when it's hard. It's the small steps no one sees that lead to big results. It's trusting the process and being kind to yourself. If you've been waiting for the perfect moment or trying to make everything just right, this is your sign to start. Start small, start messy. Just start. Whether it's a new habit, a dream project, or taking care of yourself, take one step today. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be yours. Here's a quote from James Clear. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your systems. Those systems are built by showing up, trying, and keeping going, even imperfectly. So think about one area where perfectionism is holding you back. What's one small step you can take today? Write it down, say it, or just do it. If this helped you, leave a comment. What's one thing you'll start, even if it's not perfect? Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Progress is enough. You are enough. Keep going, keep growing, and don't let perfection stop you from being who you're meant to be. If this message spoke to you, like, share, or comment below. Your progress might inspire someone else. Subscribe for more videos on growth, mindset, and taking action, one step at a time. It's not about being perfect, it's about moving forward.